What's going on, brothers and sisters around the world? It's your boy Terrell with the Wild. We have another great episode with another great guest, Calvin Wilbon. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm good. Hopefully, I said your last name right. Did I say it right?
Man, it's so normal for people to say it. It's just Wilbon. It's crazy because in history it used to be Wilborn and people used to that. But it's Wilbon, but it sound like Wilbin, so you just pronounce it Wilbon.
Wilbon.
Yeah,
Was I the
yeah.
first one that asked if I said it right?
Oh, for sure. People always I just flow with it. You know what I'm saying? Like people that have been knowing me for a while, they still be like, Will born. And I'm like, all right, it is what it is.
It is. You didn't got used to
Oh
it.
yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like when people call me Terrell. Like, man, okay, you know what? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So, who are you? What are you doing? Where you from?
So I'm a dog communicator and human educator. All right. I kind of took on that role because dog training in itself is kind of a broad term, and people just think, it's like Walmart to Walmart. Oh, I'm going to a dog trainer. So nine times out of ten, when somebody called me and they're looking for a dog trainer, uh, I always, in the most polite way, say I might not be the best fit. For the simple fact that, for the people that really knows me and that really have problems, they may end up finding themselves at the end of the burrow and say that, hey, we need to go to Calvin. So I just kind of, distinguish myself that way. Born and raised in Riceville, Arkansas. Moved out to Texas probably 2 years ago. I do plan on coming back. But yeah, man, just on my spiritual journey, learning a lot. And yeah, man, just keeping that eye open.
And that is phenomenal. I did a little research, so me learning from you because I'm what I like to do. I like to learn from people that are successful or creating success for themselves. How are you doing mentally?
Mentally, so this is the thing, man. Um, I've learned a lot, bro. I've learned a lot. All right. So sometimes my words may seem like I'm trying to find better ways to explain it, but mentally, I would say mentally, I'm aware. All right. You could say happiness, I'm aware. You could say what sorrow and what's like the sadness and depression, I'm aware. So what that awareness does is it helps me continuing to go in a direction that I choose for myself and not what other people or the physical world may make or try to make me believe. So I would say that, brother.
Do you know that's hard to become aware of your emotions and not only become aware, but be okay with your feeling?
Oh, for sure. For sure, bro. I remember when I met you, man. You remember we got to talking because that's just the type of I made a status not too long ago. We're just saying that, once you become aware of the people that you're in harmony with is when you start attracting or you know what I'm saying, you start attracting like-minded people. I remember I met you and I felt your spirit, you feel me? And I was just like, man, this young brother understands something that the average person wouldn't understand. They might think he's just a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, being aware of your emotions, man. You never know what was going through a person's mind that night, the night that we had met. But out of everybody that I met, I was like, wow, this guy is controlling his feelings. And that's real, bro. And I really respect you for that because in my line, not even just my line of work, right? But just like life in general. People have their perspectives of who I am. People have, that's what it is. It's just perspectives. And then coming into a world where it's like we came by ourselves and we leave by ourselves. We get real in tune with how other people display their feelings, which ultimately, uh, through repetition, um, influence our feelings, and to be really aware of your feelings and what you're doing, and knowing that at the end of the day, what you're going through, if you're going through it, you're just going through it in that moment. So trying to change that moment and being aware that you need to continue to focus and change the moments and do things with the moments that you have, because all you have is now. So yeah, being aware is everything, bro. I got a little thing called team awareness. I'm in a
Mm,
Bob Proctor program. And
really?
I just kind of, yeah, and then I just kind of put it out there. I was like, look, y'all, if y'all ever see me, like if y'all can, shout out team awareness, because that's what it's about, bro.
And I love how you said when you know who you are, you start to attract the people that's like you. The
Hmm.
event at the what was the event? The sneaker.
Sneaker ball. My sister is the one that was over it, Catrice Wilbon.
That event was amazing. That event was amazing. But as we was there, just like you said something about the spirit, when you know yourself and know everything that you've been through, you're able to feel different people energies. You're able to understand them and read
Hmm.
them without even saying, I'm reading you in this type of manner.
Yeah,
What's understood don't always need to be spoken about, but when you feel it, it's like that instant connection.
for sure, bro.
When I learned more about myself, because I went through a divorce 2020, and when I went through it, bro, it was so hard for me to accept what has happened. I was making excuses. I was shying away from the pain. I was running from it. But not only when this time came, I had to accept everything that was going on. My dad not being in my life, abandonment issues, me trying to figure out myself. So not only did I was going through this divorce, it's like everything hit me all at once.
Hmm.
So now I'm able to learn more about who I am spiritually, emotionally, physically, because I put the time and effort to heal, to grow, to learn,
Yeah.
to keep learning. And a lot of times we as people, we get so complacent, we forget to learn and to put ourselves in uncomfortable positions. How are you
Hmm.
feeling about being able to recognize everything that's hard and difficult to learn?
So hard and difficult to learn. I will say this. I had a couple of notes in my head while you was talking, but to answer your question, I love that question, man. Reason why is because the fault that we have as people, and this might sound bad, but the fault that we have is that we're ignorant, okay? Is not bad, but it's something that you want to be aware of, because the polar opposite of ignorance is knowledge. All right. Then I had to learn how to learn, okay?
Mhm.
Learning how to learn is very important. Why? It's because we get to a point to where we was taught that when you read this book 2 weeks, you take a test on it and you don't revisit it, right? So one thing that was hard for me was is that I've always felt like there was a calling on my life, but then I was getting stuck. I will, what they will say, I would take 100 steps forward, take 90 some steps back. I take 2 steps forward. I take 50 steps forward, take 40 some back. I'll take 10 steps forward, 8 some back, and then I take 2 steps forward, one back. So what broke that was is knowledge. I started to figure out the reason why I wasn't catching on to things quickly, and it was because I really didn't give the thought to how to actually learn. Your question is very important. Why? Because people need to know that in order to really learn something, you have to make it a habit, and that's all it is, bro. Everything that you do is through habitual training. You learned how to walk because you tried, you tried, you tried. Then once you started walking, you continue to walk. You still practice how to walk, even though you know how to walk. You still practice your words you talk every day. That means you still practice it, right? And you still, just like your ABCs, wasn't a kid and somebody ran it through one time. Every day your teacher says say your ABCs. Every day your parents say your ABCs. In some form or fashion in your mind, because you knew it was coming the next day, you were saying your ABCs. You go back to school, they had an AB. Then now ABCs is a part of your life. You can pull it from your infinite source of power. If I go to say, hey, what do you have? An answer is worth a million words. I mean, $1 million. Just one answer. One answer is worth a billion. Another answer is worth a trillion. So if somebody said, hey, I need you to pull something from you, and you say what? You say your ABCs. It will come to you like that. Why? Because you don't have to think about it. But everything is like that. It's just we fail as people because of the world that we live in, and I understand it. It's about awareness, but the world that we live in, we was taught certain things, and we have to kind of unlearn and relearn. Now, I will say this, bro. How old are you?
23.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. Hey, man. You little brother, bro. I mean, age don't matter. You know that. You know age don't matter, bro. But I ain't gonna say you little brother, bro. You brother. I'm gonna tell you this, man, in the most respectful way. I went through a divorce too, man. I got married when I was 23. I'm 28 now. Went through a divorce. Um, it felt like things was caving in on me. It seemed like life was getting harder. A lot of things happened around that time. I was questioning myself. I was like, when you feel like that, it's you against you at the end of the day. Can't
Mhm.
nobody else make you feel any type of way, right? So I went through a divorce, man. I really like just to share that, just for you to say that, and to, be able to tell people that you went through something, and then be able to pinpoint it. I'm gonna tell you the only way that you get through hard stuff, man, is when you start focusing on yourself. You cannot focus on nothing else, for sure.
Bro,
So, man, I appreciate you for saying that one. I probably would never even said it if you know what I'm saying, just chopping it up, but
yeah.
yeah, bro.
What I've learned is that in order to heal and actually identify what you're going through, you have to be comfortable speaking about it because it's going to be so uncomfortable to tuck it in, to push it away, to run
Hmm.
from it, rather than accepting and say what really happened. My divorce, it was a tragic ending. It broke my heart so bad, bro. Like I've never felt that type of way. I never felt that type of pain. And I'm like, where is this pain coming from? I thought I loved this person. I thought we was
Hmm.
gonna ever. I thought we was gonna stay together and actually grow. But what I learned is that I didn't know myself. I didn't love myself, and or I didn't even
Yeah.
understand what a relationship was. A lot of times,
Hmm.
as we're growing up, we see relationships as I find you attractive, you find me attractive. Let's get in a relationship. But it's
Hmm.
so much more to that. And I'm
Oh, for
happy
sure.
you even had the courage to even say that because it takes a lot. But as you're speaking about it, you're realizing that it is okay because somebody else went through what I'm currently going through or what I've
Oh,
went
yeah,
through over
for
the
sure.
last years. It's crazy that you said something about loving yourself. I just did a video about self-love. You have to learn
Hmm.
to love yourself as an individual while you're single.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure, bro. For
Woo!
sure, bro. You got to put them blinders on, man. You got to put them blinders on, only see you. And you
Mm,
can't see you that you see in the mirror. You got to see the you that you see on the inside, bro. That's trying to come up out of you.
that's
And it's
powerful.
crazy, bro. It's crazy, but the stuff is real, man. Stuff is real. Just we got too much repetition. And I'm going through it now, man. I mean, one of your questions was like, what do you struggle with? And I kept thinking like, all right, you're supposed to be open. That is true. But in all honesty, the struggle is only what is defined as. And like I say, once I learn more about it, being more aware, my awareness of what I go through, what I think. And a lot of people don't know that, bro. The person that's in you or the voices that you hear, like ultimately the reason why people do what they do is through repetition of the voices that they hear in their head that's telling them to go in a specific direction. So
Mm,
it's called thought power, right? we have this constant flow coming to and through us on a regular basis, but we have the ability to say, I don't want to play that again. You might have a jacked up ideal or something might pop up in your head and like, you're not worthy, or man, you should go slap that person, or somebody walk by and they might smell a certain type of way. Oh, he stink. Then you just like you have to be aware that in all honesty, man, it's not you, the negativity that you see, because if you desire a higher lifestyle or a higher awareness or whatever the case may be, all of those negative thoughts, at the end of the day, you have the ability to accept or reject them. And then if you don't, then the habit, of the repetition forms a habit. Those ideas start to build up in your mind because you're not releasing them all the time. You're not saying that you're aware and releasing them. You just letting them seep into your subconscious mind. So then now you start to attract negative things, you know what I'm saying? And then more and more negative things happen. So what you said about when you're single, you have to learn to focus and love yourself. You have to. Why? Because if you think about it, when a person is single, or a girl is single, boy is single, the most that they're doing is trying to, and I've done it, bro. I've tried to force the physical world, bro, and it didn't work for me, man. Like I know who I am, but like trying to force the physical world, it's like you be like, oh, I know who I am. You're in a relationship, you're doing this, then it all falls. Then you spend some time. You really don't spend time by yourself because you up here trying to force the physical world, trying to make this happen, trying to talk to this person, trying to do this, trying to do that. You trying to see with the eyes that you have with your sensory faculties. You try to see, and then you try to make what you see, you try to shift it, but you don't have that type of power. You know what I'm saying? That take a little time. So what you do is through repetition, you start to tell this person that you thought you was, that you really felt before while you was in a relationship. When that person lose you for a second, and then you get out there and you try to, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh, I'm me, and then this person may say something that you don't like. This situation may happen, this may happen. Then as time go by, you get stuck in this little realm of all those negative thoughts, and then they push you in a negative vibration. Then that vibration make you feel like you're not worthy, feel like that you can't do nothing, that you're not the person that you ultimately wanted to be, but then it knocked you down to the person you thought you was, and then it put you in a whole different situation where, or a mindset to where you're not even the person that you even want to be anymore. So
Mm,
then, yeah, being single, figuring out who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like focusing on self, learning. The opposite of knowledge is ignorance. The opposite of ignorance is knowledge, man. Learning, learning, learning. Feeding your mind to a point to where when you can start controlling your mind, once you start being aware, you can attract. You can start attracting people. I real deal, bro. I attracted my fiance, man. And I
mm,
lived with her in my head. I lived with her in my head for damn near a year. I say it was less than a year, to be honest with you. I lived with her in my head for about a year, to a point to where even without her, before I even actually got her physically, I remember this feeling of self-love that I had. And that feeling got it to a point to where I wasn't looking for a relationship. I wasn't actively looking for a relationship, because at that point I was so high in spirit that I knew for a fact that my sensory, my see, feel, taste, touch, hear, smell, whatever, that failed me before. So I
mhm,
was like, if I don't feel anything, then I know it's not time. You know what I'm saying? So it got to that point, bro, and then she came into my life, and it was just like you said, when you feel something, it's different. It's like I told her, I know you. You feel me? I know you. I'm gonna take you slow, but I know you, and this is how things will play out. But you have to believe me. And bro, we together, man. We got a one year old son, and we want a lot of stuff out of life. Like, bro, it's true, man. It's real.
As you're speaking, bro, my heart is over here just being fast, because what you're saying is so true. You have to really take time to learn more about who you are as an individual to say, "Hey, this is who I am. This is who I'm attracting." You said something about Bob Proctor, which means that you do a lot of studying with the mind. You do a lot of studying
Mhm.
with attracting the life that you want, with attracting the people that you want. A lot of times, we as people don't understand the power of thought unless we're going through the process. It's not biased. It is
Mhm.
not biased. If you're thinking negative, negativity gonna come. If you're thinking positive, positivity gonna come.
Yeah, for sure.
It just all depends on
Mhm.
your own perspective of life. You said something. You said that you attracted your fiance. It's
Mhm.
bro. I haven't admitted this, but this is gonna be the first time I admit it. I believe I attracted my future wife. How I know this is because our first interaction, it was so special because I felt the energy and the vibe just like I felt from you. Like, not saying that you are my wife. No, no, no. What I'm saying is that
Bro, you trust me. You ain't got to explain it to me, bro.
I'm
You
attracted.
feel me? Is
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm attracted
yeah.
to
I
the right.
be doing the same thing.
You feel me? Because what's happening when I know myself, the right people are gonna come, not only bring value, but we're growing together. Right? It's not like a give and a take. It's like, okay, how can we grow together? You have this over here, you whole, I'm whole. How can we bring value and constantly exchange it? That is the most marvelous thing to ever feel and recognize. Is that
For
where
sure,
your
bro.
is that where your slogan came? Control your mind, and then your body will follow.
Man, I'm gonna tell you how powerful this is, bro. This just gave me chills, I promise you. As I've been saying it for years, I only related it to dogs, and dogs taught me a lot. Dogs got me to the point to where I am now. I talked to a gentleman named Ravi. I can't think of his last name right now. In his practice of human medicine, and he's a doctor. As a physician, he used dogs to help him with his practice. And it's just crazy because I was dogs first, then I was life second. You feel me? So it's like when I started dealing with dogs on a serious level, it came to me, bro. I was like 20. How old are you?
23.
23? Okay, I was probably about 21. And it came to me, man, like I would think about dog training day in, day out to a point to where those was the ideas. That's what the thought power was flowing through me was just dog stuff. I did not care about what this person was doing. I did not care about what this dog trainer doing. I did not care about what this guy was saying. I did not care what my next day was. I was living in the moment. And that thought power, I let it consume me. And then I remember getting to a point to where I realized that in order to train a dog, you have to trick it.
Mm.
And the trick isn't physical. It's like it starts mental. So let's say something physical, right? I'm just gonna give you an example. Let's say physically I could trick you. I can clean a glass so clear and that the glass is so clear that you run into it. And then the person said, "Man, you tricked me." And they automatically think since it physically happened to me or to them that it was a physical trick. But in all honesty, the mind was confused. The mind first thought it was clear, therefore it sent the body. It tried to send the body through that glass, which ultimately it didn't think it was a glass, or even know that it was a glass. It was unaware, right? So then
Mhm.
I was like, dang, you really got to trick these dogs, man. Like you tricking them because these dogs can shoot hurt me any day, but they don't believe they can't, right? Then I was
Mm.
like, dang, these dogs really believe, right? I used to say stuff like that before I even got off into chiropractor or anything. When I started like really being serious about dogs, I was like, dang, these dogs really believe that they supposed to do what I say. These dogs really believe like I'm like a godlike figure to them. These dogs really believe. And I was like, dang. So then I was just sitting there one day, man, and I was watching a video of mine, right? And I was just watching it. I like to watch stuff because ultimately the person that I am now before I wanted to be, right? So I
Mhm.
would watch my videos. I know they sound crazy to some people. I know it don't sound crazy to you, but they sound crazy to some people because when you start dreaming of a certain image or being a certain person and it's really true to you, just because you desired it or something, or that's what you asked for, then that dream finds itself in physical form, but it's just a simple fact of being in that state of mind, being that person before you become, right?
Mhm.
Being that person before you become that person and dreaming about that person, thinking about that person, that don't escape your mind. So it's like now I could watch my videos and I'm like, dang, I lost sleep over thinking about being the person I am now with dogs, right? So controlling the mind and the body will follow only came from a dog perspective because I learned that through controlling their mind, that the body will do whatever the mind believes it can do. I done seen big dogs, they be scary or they won't jump a hurdle or they won't do whatever. And I'm like, dang, you got all the power and all the might. But at that time, I'm like, it ain't about their body. It's not about what they physically look like. It's about what they believe. So then as I started getting older and stuff like that and started getting wiser about, what I'm saying, my studies, once I got into this work, I was the first person that posted on that page, like, look, this is who I am. This is what I've attracted. I've attracted this group. I attracted this. I'm like, look, I've always believed in if you can control the mind, then the body will follow. If you believe that you're a bodybuilder, then your body will follow that belief. If you believe that you a multimillionaire, your body will follow that belief. And when I say body, I mean you will start eating healthy, you start dressing better, you start, what I'm saying? If the mind believes, then the physical, what I'm saying, will receive that message and shape. But that's so deep in the things that we done been through as a human, like humans, period. It's so simple that it's hard. You could tell somebody could say, let me see, I'm just gonna take a saying, just one saying. I'm gonna say one saying. I'm gonna say, um, if you can believe you can achieve, right? People say that when you was growing up. You done heard that before, right?
Mhm.
But then you battling your own mind on a day-to-day basis. So that repetition about you not being able to do things or things that you see that you're going through physically, those things are outweighing what this man have told you once. So then it's like it's so simple that we don't never think about it again. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't like, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, you about to blink. But in your state of being right now, in like where you at right now, you was not thinking about blinking because it's so like simple, but it's very, very, very important. Well, your eyes will get dry. You know what I'm saying? So it, bro, it'd be like that, man. It'd be like that, bro. It'd be like that. But yeah,
I
go ahead,
definitely
bro. I can keep going, man.
no, and I'm just listening. I'm just taking in the knowledge because what's happening is that everything that you're saying, I've been feeling, I've been experiencing, I've been going through, I've been understanding, I've been learning. So it's like what you're saying is reassurance of everything that I've been through. You're absolutely right. Today, I would not think I'm the person that I was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I
Hmm.
just started. I just believed in myself. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was reaching for.
I just believed in myself. I
You
don't know.
feel me?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
I
don't
know
know
what it
what
feel like not to believe.
I
For
have no
sure.
idea.
That's what's up.
I saw your profile picture on LinkedIn, and you was cutting hair. You was cutting
Hmm.
hair. Was it the first time you start to believe in yourself?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro, and it's crazy you said that because I don't think that I can delete that LinkedIn. I tried to, but I just built another one. But this is the thing, bro. This real talk. The way that I grew up, I had the best of both worlds. I had the family members that was rich, then I had the family members that was poor. I had the family members that was happy, and I had the family members that was sad. So I got to really say which side did I want to play. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a baby, well, I was probably about 7 years old. This number seven keep popping up in my head, so I'm gonna roll with it. When I was about seven, we was in Louisiana, and as I got lost from my mama, we was in this little convenient little store with women clothes, and I remember walking through these little clothes, and I remember getting lost from my mama. It wasn't nothing that like for some reason, bro, my parents that never freak out about that, bro. Like you see that stuff on TV and it's real. When you in big areas, it's real. Don't ever drop your awareness of where your kid is at. So I'm not saying that, but my mother did not stress because she would have been yelling and screaming and trying to find me, but I mean, just like where we from, we just never like naturally we didn't stress about things. Now, if you hurt yourself, that's a different thing. My mama, and daddy get pissed off if you hurt yourself. When I was a kid, didn't really understand that, but I know it's because they really love you. But still, uh, but anyways, I got lost from my mama for a quick little minute, and I remember walking through the store, and as I'm walking through the store, I ran into this buggy, boom, and then I just like jumped back, and then it was this old black lady. She was crashed over on her buggy. You know how they be pushing the buggy when they be crashed over, you know what I'm saying? So she was crashed over on her buggy, and when she hit me, or when I hit her, she didn't hit me. She wasn't surprised. She wasn't like shocked. She didn't like hit me and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, young man." You know what I'm saying? Like, I just remember this cool, calm spirit. She said, she looked at me and she was like, "Hey," I said, "Yes, ma'am." She was like, "I see God all over you. God is ooh." And then she was just like, "Ooh." She was like, God is all around you. And I'm a little kid, bro, little bitty kid. And she said, whatever God wants you to do, she said, don't question it, just do it. And she said, and he got you. But I see him all over you. No bull crap, bro. Yes, ma'am. Whatever. I didn't say thank you. I just said, yes, ma'am. You know, I'm a kid. So I left her. I found my mom. She was like closer to checkout. My mom was closer to checkout. At the front of the store, you have a good clear vision of the store because if you're familiar with like stores, where back in that time, stores and like stores like that, it's not like a whole bunch of walls and stuff. It's like a big open just area. So I remember leaving her. I get to the front of the store, I can see a lot of stuff, and I go to look like I ran into my mama, but she's stuck in there, bro. She was like that situation stuck in there. So then I go to look for her and she wasn't nowhere around, bro. I couldn't, I thought she would have came up. We about to leave. I'm about to walk out the door and I'm looking for this old lady. She was kind of heavy set lady, but I was looking for this old lady and I did not see her. So then some years went by, bro. And I think I was about 16 and I finally told my daddy what happened because it just forever, it always stuck with me, bro. I finally told my dad what happened. I was like, "Look, this is what happened when I was about seven. We was in Louisiana. We was visiting Brittany, which is my cousin, my uncle's daughter." And I'm like, "It's clear as day, bro. I remember that particular day." And then it just stuck with me. And my daddy was like, "Boy, that probably was an angel. You never know. This and that and other." He's real positive. My daddy really positive. Like probably was an angel. So long story short, anything that I've ever been through, bro, anything that I've ever done, I've always done it to the best of my ability. And I've never known what she said if God wanted me to do it because I remember at one point seeking that, right? So I always listened to her. She's always in my head. She would never leave. But I remember that anything that I was intrigued by, I dominated it. I was intrigued by baseball. I dominated. Ask anybody. I don't, bro. I'm telling you, man. When somebody believes in themselves, I go tit for tat. When I got off into when I got off into barbering, I dominated it. Like like it's my season, baby. This is what I feel like I should do. And I learned even though she said that, but I learned that if I felt like that I should do it and I really wanted to do it, the more I thought about it, the more that I did it, the more that I, you know what I'm saying, cultivated my mind around it. I've always got really, really, really good at things that decided to do. As I started getting older, I started being more aware about finances and stuff like that. And I remember asking my cousin, I was like, hey, cuz, I'm like, probably like 20, whenever I stopped cutting hair. Anyways, but I asked, I was like, cuz, how do I become, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to change the dynamics of my family. And she was like, whatever you could do, if you had all the money in the world, she said, if you had all the money in the world, because I actually set up this meeting with her now. She's not a cousin that just came to your house. You feel me? No, you feel me? And if you go into her house, you got to make it known. Like I respected that. You feel me? A lot of people can say certain things in the family, this and that, but I respected that. So we got, face to face, and I was like, look, cuz, I'm a barber. I got these little in and out jobs. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I train a little bit. I ain't really getting paid from that. But I'm like, cuz, how do I really hit it big? I really want to hit it big. I really do. Like I feel like that, like it's not even for myself. I feel like that I was sent here for a reason, and I feel like that it's my job to change the dynamics of the family in a major way, not in some little teeny tiny way. I'm talking about like to a way to where it scares me a little bit. And it's so crazy because I learned some of this in school too. So she said, okay. She like cleared everything. Like I could tell that she like her whole demeanor was like, oh no, like we got one. We about to you feel me? Like it's all right, I need to give you hear me? Like she gave me that. So here I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like it got real. She about to tell me something. I'm thinking, bro, I'm like, she about to tell me something. But I had made up in my mind that whatever she told me, I was gonna do it. I didn't know. She could have said, Calvin, stop doing what you're doing, going to real estate. I promise you, bro, I'd be a real estate guy. She could have told me anything, bro, and I was gonna do it with my full heart because what got me there was my heart. You feel me? So she said, if I had all the money in the world and I did not need for nothing, what could I do every day that would help people? For free. What could I do for free every day and never get tired of it? Bro, I don't even think tired with the ED at the end was out of her mouth. And I said, dog training. I said, I dog train every day. I dog train. I wouldn't think twice about it. She looked at me and smiled. She said, well, that's what you need to do. She said, you need to stop doing every single thing else that you're doing, and that's all you need to focus on. And bro, I had such a great clientele, bro, with barbering. I was a young barber. I started school when I was 18. I really wanted to start school when I was 16, as soon as I got out of high school. But I will say this, I hate to say this on camera, but my parents made me go to college. And I remember getting out of college because some hours that I accumulated. Um, in high school in cosmetology, it wasn't going to transfer over. So when we got that letter that I would lose my cosmetology hours that could ultimately go towards barber hours if I don't utilize them ASAP. And I remember telling my parents that I wanted to drop out of college and go to barber school. So I was 18 going into 19. And I remember I graduated barber college, became a certified barber. And I was doing that for a while, but then it speeds up to where I started talking to my cousin in my early 20s, and she had told me, and I had just got out of barber college thinking that this is what I'm going to do. I had applied, I had the money for a storefront, not a storefront, but a barber shop in the city. I had all these plans, had a business plan, this and that and other. Man, I left all that alone because my heart told me to go to my cousin because she's very successful. Go to my cousin and ask her what do I need to be doing or how she got to where she at. And when she gave me that answer, I left everything alone. And my clientele was built up from the age of 12. I started barbering when I was 12, bro. Like I
Mm,
got my first clippers when I was 12. My sister is a beautician. She gave me my first clipper, but it just I got really good at that. That was something that I felt like I was supposed to be doing.
mm-hmm,
But of course you have different interests. But that question right there, I had no I had no feeling in my heart that I was cheating on barbering if I was to do dog training full time. And I knew for a fact that that's what I was meant to do. You feel me? So I've always believed in myself, man. It had to stem from that woman, bro. It stemmed from that woman. But that just goes back to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, like spirit and stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? Like to base our life off of something we can't see just because we're physical beings and we have these sensory faculties. You know what the physical faculties is what you see, feel, taste, touch, hear. Your higher, listen to me, bro. Your higher faculties is what they don't teach you. Your
mm,
higher faculties is your will, imagination, your perception, your reason, your intuition, and your memory. You have six higher faculties that you're supposed to be letting fly your plane, your life plane, but we not taught that, bro. So yeah, we in a position to where repetition and beat us up. We're in a position where we can be happy one day and sad the next day. We're in a position where we have to get out of the prison. The worst prison to be in is the one that you don't know that you in. So we
mm,
have to we have to fight ourselves on a regular basis, bro. And ultimately, what this lifetime has done to us is they it taught us to basically um, do ourselves wrong. This is where you can't point the finger,
mm-hmm.
you know. So you know, it get deep, bro. But yeah, it's real, bro. It's real. It's real. But I was gonna tell you this, man, because I see your videos, okay? You be like the first, I don't follow that many people on TikTok. Um, you be like the first person that pop up. For one, you need to stay consistent. That's good. Two is that I'm not even curious. I'm just giving you something. You need to, the person that I see on social media, because I don't see you every day. I don't see you in person. Um, I don't see you like that. I'm in Texas, you in Arkansas. The person that I see on social media, the person that's very excited and smiling and stuff, and that person that I see, bro, if you can master being that person, even when a person not looking, bro, some people may think it's crazy or weird, bro. At the end of the day, bro, you're gonna win, bro. You're gonna win. You're gonna win big. I see your followers, bro. I see your followers, right? I got 200 some thousand followers, but at one point in my time, that was like a dream, right? I'm not really searching for that like that no more. I'm on the opposite end of it, but I am going to continue to grow. I am going to continue, you know what I'm saying, the growth of my social media platform. But then I look at you, I'm like, okay, he only got like 500, you know what I'm saying, followers. But I remember when I was there, and then I'm thinking like, I'm looking at you, right, bro? I'm looking at you. I'm like, this dude young, okay. I'm looking at you and I'm actually listening to your video. You know, some people like, oh, he ain't got that many followers, this, but I'm looking at your video and I'm like, this dude can be a real testimony, bro. Like I'm telling you, even just the information that you're talking about, like I'm telling you, bro, like how it works is crazy. You have to do it so long with no physical results. And what bring those physical results faster is through consistency, just like what I told you, like your ABCs, bro. Like you will see, bro. I remember my first video went viral. I remember that day, bro. First video went viral, hit 200 some thousand views within 2 days. 200, yeah, 200 some thousand views in 2 days. I remember that. And I remember thinking, like, I'm not surprised because I remember knowing that it was going to happen. But I am surprised because it actually happened. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's all about social media, but just it's just the world we live in. That's something that they kind of made us, look forward to, and it's just the growth of life. But go ahead and take over, bro.
Now, like I said, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to everything that you're saying. And first off, I do appreciate that, man, because just like you watch my content, I watch yours as well. What I've learned is that when you connect with one person, the rest is going to come because now it's a testimony. Like, okay, he's been doing it for some time. I've learned success doesn't happen overnight. What you're seeing today is so much that goes on behind the scene that you would never see. Like prime example,
Hmm.
last year I was working with my mentors in real estate, and I was learning how to communicate, learning what sales is, learning what business is, learning how to be sophisticated. Well, not necessarily sophisticated, but learn how to understand and adapt to my audience. I started working with them
Hmm.
from June to September. September I left because I felt like I wasn't bringing no results to them. So like I'm gonna leave.
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna continue to get educated from this. When I left, that
Hmm.
was part of the best decision I ever made because I put real estate on hold and went full time public speaking and content creation and bringing value to the best way I know how to. Just like you had that
Hmm.
realization when your aunt, well, your aunt, right?
She my cousin.
Your cousin, my
Or
bad.
yeah, my cousin.
Your cousin, when she asks you what is one thing that you can do every day for free, I'm like, public speaking. I love speaking with people. Just like you see on social media, what you see
Hmm.
on social media, it's me every day. It's me every day. I have a personality.
Hmm.
I walk in their personality. I respect people. I enjoy people. I love people. So it's not a facade that I'm creating on social media because this is my everyday life. This is who I am. This is how I'm comfortable being me. I can't be nobody else. I don't try to be nobody else.
Hmm. Hmm.
What's happening is that when you know and identify who you are as a human being, as a person, spiritually, emotionally, physically, then you start to attract people that understand them, and now you become a vessel to help people learn more about themselves. Public speaking, it's the forefront of what I'm going to be known for. But behind the scenes, I'm gonna be having coaching calls, what is it called? Coaching sessions, mentorship, event planner. Like there's so much going on. But the best thing about the journey is that you're able to deviate from that because you started. A lot of us don't want to start because we don't understand the end goal. The end goal is going to change each and every day. I start reading this book today. I'm not into
What
politics.
book? What book is it, bro? What book is it? Hey, man, I'm a nerd.
I'm not into politics. However, Donald Trump, The Art of the Deal. Here's
Hmm.
why I got the book. I read on the back. Hold on. He was on the back on the front. Like, oh, this is what he says. I like thinking big. I always have. To me, it's very simple. If you're going to be thinking anyway, you might as well think big. I said, hold on.
Hey,
Hold
hey,
on.
bro.
I said, okay, Donald Trump understands the
Hey,
dynamic.
take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of that and send it to me.
I got you. I
That
got you.
that 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 phrase right there. Make sure, yeah,
I'm
that
about to do it
phrase
right
right
now.
there. Screen. Okay, bet.
I'm about to do
Nah,
it
that's
right now.
that's solid, bro. And you can learn from anybody, bro. Like even in my family, it's like some people like certain people, some people don't. I'm like, hey, man, the dude is smart.
He's
Yeah,
smart.
he's smart. Look, he's so smart. He's so smart. It he's so smart, and it's not even really being smart. He understands the laws.
Yep. Yep.
You feel me? It's laws. I can be the dumbest person on earth. All right. There's levels, right? There's levels of dumb, there's levels of smart, there's levels of awareness. I can be the dumbest, bro. I appreciate you for sending that. I could be the dumbest person on earth, but I could be the most successful because it's not about that. It's not. It's about what you believe. If you can believe it, you can achieve it, bro. It's about simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
People, man, right now, people, I'm telling you, bro, God is good, bro. God is good, man.
All the time.
People
All
are sign,
the
people like, bro. I show all of this, and I'm sorry to get you. I want you to go back, bro. Don't stop that. I just want to get this out.
You good.
With dog training, bro, the end result is from the foundation that was built.
mm.
With dog training, the end result is the foundation that was built. I can give a million dog trainers the same task. And if they already have built some form of foundation, I need to figure out what where we at right now because I'm gonna post this. You can give $1 million trainers the same task that already have laid a foundation, and once they get done with training their dog with that, I mean, to do that task, appreciate it, was going to display the precision, the accuracy of what's told, the speed is going to be based off of that foundation. When people go to competitions, it's not about what the dog display right then and there and what's told, because everybody's going to do everything the same. What is more important and who wins is the one that believes it and the one that has the best foundation. That's it, bro. So that's what I'm doing with my online program. My online program, I'm laying down a foundation. I'm getting everybody this foundation. Then y'all can leave, do whatever y'all want to do. I can do this for free.
To dive
You feel
in,
me?
to dive in a little bit deep because I do not want to get off this topic. When you understand what a foundation is, you understand what's being built. Not only with the dog, not only with yourself, but with a relationship in life in general. A foundation is understanding what are we trying to accomplish. By any means, we're going to accomplish this when it get hard, when it get difficult, when it get overwhelming, when it get easy, when it get comfortable, when it get complacent. There's no other way. There is no other way. But a
Mhm.
foundation, when a foundation is built and understood why it's being built in the beginning, it would never be diminished. That's the reason why I went through the divorce because I didn't understand the power of relationship not only with my spouse, but friends, brothers. You know, a foundation is more of understanding who you are as an individual. And this other person that comes to your life, their foundation as well is already built. But it's like, okay, what can we build together and how can we grow? How can we excel? How can we help more people? What we're doing, we're giving people a different light that they can believe. But it takes seeing, it takes exposure to say, I can do that as well. September
And that and
24th. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm listening. No, 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 no. Tell me what you about to say. I was just
Sep-
capitalizing off what you said.
September 24th of 2022. I had a dream, had a thought, I had an epiphany that I was gonna be a billionaire with the B. September
Hmm.
26th, 2022. I went to Grant Cardone Mastermind. Do you know who that is?
Oh yeah.
I went to his mastermind, a billionaire. You feel me? So when as he walked in the room, the man didn't seem real. I ain't gonna lie. He did not seem real. You know how you're walking is like the lights shine up on you, but you can barely see them. But as I'm in the room, I'm there, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's there. I don't know who I'm meeting or whatnot. My Grant got on a microphone. He was like, "This room is 1.2 billion together." I said, "What?" I said, "Maybe he ain't kept my pockets. He ain't talking about me." You feel me? But then I really got to open my eyes and see who was in the room, bro.
Hmm.
Multi-millionaires, people that are really successful, succeeding in their realm of life. I'm like, oh, that's what God was showing me, a billionaire in the making. So I got a shirt. I ordered, I believe, 10 shirts, 10 long sleeves, two jackets, and two hoodies that says the same thing, billionaire in the making. If
Oh
you
yeah,
don't
for
if
sure.
you don't believe it, never come true.
Yeah. Hey, you know how you said the man don't seem real?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so check this out, bro. The power that we possess as people, right?
Mm-hmm.
The souls that we have, once you start tapping into your infinite power, you will not be able to fulfill all your power within one lifetime.
Mm.
Make that make sense, bro? You're so powerful as a human being, okay? That you're so powerful that what you can do with this one life that you have, this life
Mm-hmm.
that you have, with what you can do with it will freak people out. And let me tell you something about to use you against you. It will make people look at you as if you're not even real.
Mm.
So with that being said, the amount of power that you hold within you, It takes a higher level awareness to match the frequency level that you want to be on. So you can be the same way like Grant Cardone. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a freak about this stuff, bro. I meet the dude too. I'm geeked out. I ain't never been a fan of anything,
Yeah.
but I'm a fan of these people, bro. I'm a fan of dog stuff. I'm a fan of stuff that's like make my heart feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But just to know, and this is what we learned in school, bro, just to know, they like take advantage of this life that you have. But the amount of power that you possess that you can tap into, it would display crazy in this lifetime.
Mm.
But you have so much power. You have so much skills and ability that's in you. You have abundance wrapped up in every cell of your being that you will not, and this is a guarantee. This is not saying you can't do anything, but you're so powerful that you will not be able to express your existence in one lifetime.
Mm. Mm.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's a beautiful thing, bro. Don't get me wrong, bro. I go through days where you need that assurance, you need to talk. I'm telling you, bro. That's why they say get a mastermind group, get some people that you can always talk to. Because at the end of the day, when we came to this world, we started going to schools and stuff, and everything was based off of what the other kids was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So to fight against that to a degree, you got to find like-minded people. Talk to those people every day.
Mm-hmm.
Not once a day, not once a week, not twice a week, not once a month, not once a year. Talk to those people every day that have the same objectives, goals. Like, is this lady hit me up, bro? She say that she been doing this stuff for a while, and she'll see this if she listened to it this long. I can't tell you her name, but she hit me up. She was like, "Hey, I saw you answer a question. I'm new to the Bob Proctor program. Boo boo boo." And she was just like, before I got into this program, I've been like studying this type of stuff. And she was like, "Hey, read this, and it might help you out." Just because I've been in school longer than her don't make me better than her. She just had to understand who I was, just so I can make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that we resonate with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, bro, she a person. She's a person where I'm like, oh yeah, she most definitely going in the group. You feel me? She most definitely, and this is another thing. Yes, you get around people that's doing what you're doing, but ultimately, man, it's more about people doing the things that they want to do, and then like really talking about the power that we have,
Yeah.
and like being able to strengthen that power. And I wouldn't have to worry about what you're doing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I won't have to work with you and figure things out what you're doing. I won't have to, because of what we'll be focusing on is the answer to everything. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me?
I
Yeah, for
agree.
sure.
The power of a mastermind is so incredible because not only are you around people that understand what you're going through, it's like, okay, you say you're struggling with this, all right, boom, here goes some resources. And then like it's like, okay, I need help in this area. Then a lot of people gonna come and help. What I'm bringing to Arkansas before I leave, I think I'm gonna move to Atlanta because there's a lot of events down there, a lot of people. Proximity is power. So I believe I'm going to move to Atlanta here within the next couple of years. But for now, I'm just going. I'm gonna stay here in Arkansas, just bring the most value that I can. Tomorrow, I'm hosting my first meet and greet, and what this event is going to be about is the power of connections and how to build them, how to nourish them, how to love them, how to treat them, right? Because we're connected with people, but it's not the right people. It's not the people that understand
Hmm.
what you're going through or trying to accomplish. There's nothing wrong with it at all. But if you want to grow, you have to get around people that's constantly talking about their goals. It's constantly implementing everything that they're thinking about. I had did a podcast Wednesday. And once we got done with the podcast, I was like, I'm gonna do an event. I'm gonna do an event this Wednesday. That's what I did. I acted on it. I called Larry's Pizza. I called him and asked them. Uh, I booked it. I asked them about the reservation. How does it go? It was like you can just book it. I'm like, cool. Let me book it. That's what I did. A lot of us, we have so many thoughts in our head, we never start because the thoughts not clear enough. And as I'm learning, I'm like, oh, there's power in just acting on your thoughts. That's what life
Uh,
is. That's what business is.
explain that. Explain clarity. Now I'm interviewing you. Hey, explain. We doing a podcast on you, baby.
Yes,
Explain
sir.
clarity.
Clear.
Explain what you said, because that can go over so many people's heads, bro. It can. So go ahead and go on break down what's the why they don't act on their thoughts and why isn't it clear? What makes it not clear, and the reason why is, I mean, what makes it not clear, and then the crutch that makes people not act on them.
What makes our goal not clear is that we're thinking about the bad things before we even think about us starting. Meaning, what if I want to? What if I this event that I'm doing tomorrow? What if I would have waited to today to plan it, and then like I'm constantly pushing it away. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it next week. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Do it next month. We as people don't seize the opportunity today because we're so scared of the results. Whatever happens is going to happen, but when you take the clarity for yourself and put yourself out there, the universe is going to reward you in some manner. Meaning, it's going to show you, okay,
Hmm.
maybe you did something wrong, maybe your wording wasn't right, maybe the event at the time was wrong, but you took action. The clarity is saying, I'm going to do this regardless of what happens. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep learning. But it's the negativity that comes right into our mind when we have an idea. When we have this idea, we're constantly pushing it back. We don't think we're worthy enough. We don't think we can do it. We don't think we can walk into it. We don't think we are meant for this success. Success is scary, but you can't ask God for something if you're not ready to receive it. The next question that you
People
ask,
do it all the time, though.
you see what I'm saying? That's why that clarity is in the air because you have to understand what you're asking for is going to come in the right time and moment. But are you going to seize the opportunity when this thought comes to your head? Me, I act up on everything that I think about. I don't think about nothing. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right now. If I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now. If it come out good, it come out good. If it come out bad, okay, cool. How do I need to say it? I was at this event,
Hmm.
this relationship event a couple weeks ago, and I asked the wrong question the wrong type of way. So essentially, the
Say
woman,
that one more time. It was breaking up, bro.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm breaking up a little bit. Okay, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You froze a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I see you moving clear. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. For sure. All right. So I was at
Hmm.
this relationship circle conference, whatever you want to call it. And this woman had said something about cheating, but staying with the man that was cheating on her. So when I raised my hand and asked the question, I asked, men don't know how to communicate. Men don't are not intact with their emotions. Automatically, it sounds like I'm making excuses for men, but I wasn't. I asked the
Hmm.
question completely wrong. What I was trying to ask is, how come you don't value yourself as much as you should, and you let somebody like devalue you? But it didn't come out like that.
Hmm.
Okay, it did not come out like that. When I said that, it was 7 women that had an opinion, which was phenomenal, great feedback. But they taught me how to say it. They taught me what I wanted to say. It was a guy right
Hmm.
behind me. He was like, "Man, sometimes you gotta learn how to listen." I said, "I completely get where you're coming from. I completely understand. But if I would have never asked that question the way I would have asked it, I would never knew how to put it together for next time."
Hey, if you would never asked that question the way that you asked it, you would have never got an answer. You
You
hear me, bro? You hear you? Hey, look, if it's wrong, ain't no such thing as a bad question. The only bad question is one that's never asked.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I
man, you just got to be able to bite, man. Look, bite the bullet and just like, all right, look, all right, or you can say, all right, y'all not seeing what I'm seeing, and I don't know how to say it right now, but I will in the near future. Tell me what y'all got to say. I'm gonna manifest that. I'm gonna meditate upon that, and then we'll visit another day. But outside of that, just because you did, you got your answer, bro.
look, Calvin, I'm even taking it a step further. So some women was like, "Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but is this what you were trying to say?" I said, "Yeah." You hit it right on the nail. You said it the correct way. But I just said it the wrong way. I didn't mean to start that way, but that's what I was thinking. And so what I've learned is that when you put yourself out there, you get the answer that you're looking for. Again, if I would never done that, I would never know how to, you know what I'm saying, read the room and put the question together like I'm supposed to. That is
Hmm.
fine. And I made a statement. I was like, a lot of people are so afraid to make a mistake they would never ask the question.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You feel me? And I'm telling you, like life happens when you put your belief in yourself. I
That
know we've
is
been on
true.
an hour. I know we've been on an hour. So I have one segment. I have one segment. It's called Best for Last. So I ask four questions, four last questions, and you answer with a quick response. So first one, how do you keep your composure
I'm through my thoughts.
for your thoughts? Okay. What do
Through
you
my
regret?
thoughts. You said what?
What do you regret?
What do I regret?
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Not thinking.
Not thinking?
Did you hear me?
You say not thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
What are you grateful for?
This lifetime with the people that God put in it with me. The ones that the ones that my heart attached to.
Hmm. That's powerful. And last but not least question, what does failure is knowledge mean to you?
Failure is knowledge. What that mean is that everything has a polar opposite. So if it's good, it's also bad. And if it's bad, it can be good. So if there's such thing as success, then there's failure. So ultimately, it just is what it is.
Mm,
And if you attempt, right, then in some form of fashion, you'll get your answer, the one that you desire.
mm. Man, Calvin, bro, this has been great. How can people find you? How can they connect with you? How can they work with you? How can they order your book?
So I got 4 books, but everybody can find me. Just you can Google me. Calvin Wilbon is right here. You can find me on TikTok, Dance DanceWitDogs. That's Dance with Dogs on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram at K9_Calvin Wilbon. You can find me, like I say, anywhere with my name on it. Um, and yeah, I mean, my business page, www.firstmindk9.com, and that's the best way. That's the quickest way to get a hold of me. I'm real serious about that business page.
Yeah. Man, for everybody that tapped in, hopefully I got as much value as I got from it. If you didn't get as much value, that means you just wasn't listening. So just rewatch it, and then just actually listen to what's being said and the way that it's being produced. I appreciate y'all. Hold on, Calvin.